If the government wants to end poverty, it has to make the cost of doing business low. It has to make the cost of running business lower. It has to encourage private businesses, give incentives, tax incentives to the local companies, help them grow, remove the penalties from ZRA, make it easy for people to register companies, make it easy for people to access financing. But this government hasn't done that. Let's look at the issue of the economy in the context of the IMF. This is what the IMF has done. And it is important to note that this president and his government have told the people, Bamsokotowane, the president Akainde Chidema, and his minister of finance, Bamsokotowane, has made it very clear that they have no any economic plan. And this is what Zambians must be alive to. They have said they have no any economic plan. Their only plan is to get a loan from IMF. And this is what the loan from IMF entails. By IMF, when I was a patriotic front, Chosankon my subsidies of fuel. PF, because it is a pro-poor government and a pro-poor political party, we refused. Comrade, we said we cannot remove subsidies on fuel. Because the fuel ikakwela, mitengo ya vose vintu izakwela. And we refused. And we know, comrade, that once fuel prices go up, even issues to do with running businesses, the cost of running business goes up. When the cost of running business goes up, you cannot increase production. You have to start cutting workforce. You have to downsize. You have to downgrade because there's no money to pay for those costs. So we refused. We said we can't remove subsidies on fuel. There's been an argument that this government has been pushing that no, you were subsidizing fuel.
Yeah, that you were just keeping face.
You were subsidizing fuel.
You were just
you were not
face.
paying for it.
That's it.
And I want to explain to them. First of all, there is no country in the world that does not subsidize strategic assets or commodities or strategic services. Every nation in the world subsidizes a certain strategic commodity. If you look at Europe, America, they subsidize their agriculture. They subsidize their fuel. Why? It's because they know that fuel is a critical factor of production. That's why they subsidize. Any government that wants to create jobs, any government that wants to end hunger, poverty, must make fuel affordable for production and affordable for people to move. This government went to the IMF. They're asking for $1.4 billion. They can make $1.6 billion from the mines. But they have given the mines tax breaks, tax holidays. The mines who are using 60% of our entire electricity are paying less in taxes as compared to Lusaka Radio, which is paying more in the form of taxes. The mines which use 60% of our electricity are paying subsidized electricity. I want the people of Zambia to know this. The mines, the electricity they use, which amounts to 60% of the entire production that we have as a nation, they are consuming subsidized electricity. This government is subsidizing electricity that goes to the mines. But they're making electricity more expensive for you and me. Here in my hand, I have a chart which has come from ERB in conjunction with ZESCO. Vaikira, my tariffs starting next month. Vaikira, my connection fees. How do you increase connection fee from 769 kwacha? Muliba PF. You increase it to 4,600 kwacha. These are for domestic consumers. If you look at three-phase overhead, Vachta increase from 1,430 kwacha, which is the current fee, Yamirevana Pesa Murarungu, to 15,300 kwacha. How do you increase from 1,430 kwacha to 15,300 kwacha? For poor consumers. They have increased, if you look at underground, phase 3, phase 1 overhead to 3-phase overhead, from 1,844 kwacha to 20,900 kwacha. They are killing people. They are killing businesses. They are killing young people. They are killing women. who rely on small businesses to survive. Vanapeza fuel ava pa 15 kwacha. Lero fuel is 27 kwacha per liter. And that is diesel, which is used in the industry. They have made it impossible. Imagine for a woman who depends on a genset to run Chigayo. Imagine for a young man, a youth, who depends on a genset to run a salon, to run a barber shop, to do the metal works. My guys, vamakaringaringa vari mukamrups road. Vamire vachita rely pale to my genset to run their business. Yopanga ma door, yopanga ma gate. Baendo gula manje 27 kwacha per liter ya fuel. Now there are these ripple effects of this failure to handle fuel. If you look at their manifesto, they are saying in their manifesto that they will maintain tax.